So in the previous video, we have done the setup for the backend environment, and in this particular lecture today, we are going to perform seeding of our application, and we are going to learn about a good tool from Prisma called as Prisma Studio. So what is seeding basically? So right now, the database which we have created isn't having any data inside it. So we need to seed the database with some data, and that can be achieved via some seed script. So you don't really have to create a seed script from scratch, because the aim of this script is just to populate the data and nothing else, so that you as a student don't have to actually create rows and columns in the database. Okay, so to make your life easy, that is why I have created this script. And it is not really very important for you to understand the things written in script. However, if you are really curious, you can understand it after we have written the two major APIs in this particular course. Basically, in seeds, we are just reusing the ORM scripts to write the insert queries, and we are generating data in the same fashion. So to create a seed, head over, first of all, make sure that you are on master branch. Make sure it is in sync, because in the previous one we just merged our pull request of setting up the backend. So we are on the master branch, and inside this we are going in the Prisma folder, and in Prisma folder we create a new file called as seed.ts. Okay, and let me just grab my script and paste it over here. Okay, so we have pasted this particular script. This is a really long script file, around 24 lines. You really don't have to worry what's happening. Now once this is done, okay, once this is done, do we have the seed command? No, we don't have the seed command. So let me introduce a seed command in the package. Okay, so this is seed. So Prisma db seed, what this is going to do is this is going to pick the seed file inside the Prisma folder automatically. That is why it is important that you keep the name as seed.ts only, because otherwise this script wouldn't be able to pick up the seed commands. Now what we have to do is we just have to run yarn seed and just hit enter. Okay, it is saying that to configure seeding in your project, you need to add a prisma.seed property. Okay, that was something missing. So we will head over to this, and we will introduce one more property called as seed, and this is going to pick the file prisma/seed.ts. Okay, and then we clear this and hit the seed command. Okay, so TS node is not recognized as internal or external command, and there is some issue. So let us go head over to the Prisma file, the Prisma documents, and let us see what are the missing dependencies we are missing over here. So seed, and how to seed your database. So introducing the seed. TS node. So it is saying that first you create a seed file and then install TypeScript, TS node, and types node. So let us just copy these parts. Okay, and let's copy -d as well, because these are developer dependencies. Okay, so yarn add -d. Okay, this is done. Now let us run yarn seed, running seed command, ts node prisma seed.ts, and let us just see what is happening after we run this. So there was some error. Okay, what was the error? So it is saying that invalid prisma user.upsert on the line 10. the where property of user input needs to be at least one ID of arguments. Okay. All right. So whenever we are inserting the database, okay, so over here in the search queries, okay, we are having a upsert command. So this is like, if the upsert command is very helpful. It says that you search for something, and if it exists, update it with some data, and then if it doesn't exist, then create it. So this where clause is over here is expecting email to be a unique ID. So a unique ID, is it unique inside our users table? No, this is not unique. So to make this unique, we just have to add a unique file. Okay. Now this is where the migrations comes into the picture. So we, for example, if we had certain mistakes in the schema file and we want to rectify it, we how is it done? Okay, how can we fix the schema files without affecting the existing schemas? So after making your changes, you save it. Okay, my change was that the email was not unique. That is why in the where clause, okay, in the where clause, it was not able to search with email, because there can be multiple instances of the same email, and which record to update the upsert command will not be able to identify. So we are making this unique email as unique command. And what I'll do is I'll just go to package or JSON, and I have this migrate dev command. So I'll say yarn migrate dev, and it will establish a connection with the database, and after some time it will ask that what is the name of your new migration. And by chance, if you already had a unique from your side, then I guess the Prisma might have worked for you. But let's see what is happening. So let's just fast forward and jump to the next console. So now we have this. Are you sure you want to create and apply this migration? And before that, it is asking that a unique constant covering columns email on the table will be added. If there are existing duplicate values, this will fail. So we don't have any data currently, so this is fine. If I just hit yes, what is the name? So email unique, hit enter, and I think this should be able to apply and create the migrations. So this is applying migration, and it has generated a Prisma client for us. Just to be on the same side, I just rerun yarn generate. So it will make sure the Prisma client is up to date with the new schema. And now if I just run the seed command, let us see what is happening. So running seed command, ts node prisma seed.ts. All right, so we have another error, which is saying that whenever it's creating a board, so end time is missing. Okay, the end time was missing. So if we go to board commands, we have start date, end date. So what is in the board schema? Start date, and it has to be end date, right? It is not end time, it is end date. So again, so silly errors, right? So we just have to fix this again. So yarn migrate dev, and let's just fast forward this. Enter the name of migration, rename, end time, hit enter. So this has applied the migrations. Now we have to generate the client. Now we try to seed our application again. All right, so this time it was a success. And how exactly can we view our database is using this studio command, okay, which I had written for you. So just hit yarn studio, okay, and this would take you to localhost 5555, and you can see all the tables which we had created. So if we go, first of all, if we go to the users, okay, so this loader means that it is fetching the rows and columns. Okay, so it is sometimes slow, but now once you have, so these are all the data that we have populated through the seed. So we have a user called as John Cena, then we have Kane, Rey Mysterio, Undertaker, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins. Okay, I know if you know these guys, your childhood was awesome. And so over here, what I wanted to show that, so if you go over to schema, and remember I told you that this is something which will help you when you run the Prisma Studio. So for a particular user, if I want to find what are the assigned tickets to him, okay, so if you head over to this part, you can see that this is a clickable item. So if I click this part, 4 board tickets, so we can see that this user John Cena has 4 board tickets under his name, and we can see them manually over here. So all these 4 selected items which you see, okay, are John Cena's ticket for the current sprint. And similarly, you can view the same for Kane, you can view the same for Rey Mysterio, and so on. Now let's head over to the board. This is the board column, sorry, board table. So it is fetching, so it is circling. Once the circle is complete, you can see we have 2 boards, sprint board and sprint board new project, and there are 4 columns, there are 6 tickets in each. Okay, so this is something really amazing that Prisma has given out of the box to us. We really don't have to set up any SQL manager from there, because this web application from Prisma Studio is sufficient for us to view the data. All right, and make sure that whenever you are performing any migrations or so, you make sure that your servers are disconnected. Okay, so that you don't have Prisma Studio running, or neither the application. Okay, because when it performs the Prisma generate command, it doesn't expect any connection to any of the clients. So this was a board. Now let's check the tickets. How many tickets do we have? And trust me, I saved a lot of time for you by writing this script, because otherwise you would have to manually create these data, right? That would have been really boring, and you wouldn't have got the real fun of the application. So I have created a lot of tickets for you. Okay, these are 6 plus 6, 12 tickets. And then you also have columns. So it is loading. So these are all the columns for a particular board. And then you have I think comments as well. Comments I have not populated right now, because this is something we can add manually ourselves when we perform trial and error of the feature. Okay, so this was the seeding of the application, and let us go ahead, let us close this, and let us check our changes. So we have the migration files. Okay, create unique index email, and we had altered table column end time to end date. Okay, these are the 2 migrations, and we have this seed command and everything for us. So what we have to do is we just have to add these changes, change our branch, create new branch, db seed. Okay, let us commit this by seeding the db with data, add the commit, and let us push this, and let us step over. And when you, if you see that once we disconnected our Prisma CLI from over here, so it says that Prisma client error, unable to run this, unable to communicate with Prisma client. Is Studio still running? You may need to restart. Okay, so this was it. And yeah, I'll have to create a PR also. So compare a pull request, seeding DB with database. The target branch is master, our current branch is DB seed, and these are all the changes over here. Just hit on the create pull request, and let us just wait that nothing breaks in the application. So the tests are running. Ideally we have not created any client code, so that is why there are no tests, so it might run just quickly. And Vercel deployment was successful, there was no error, and this was the jest runner running. So it is performing yarn install, yarn test, and it is completed. Awesome. So this was also completed, so we can merge our pull request ourselves. Ideally we could not, if we are in a big company, we could not merge our own pull request like this, because we need approvals from various team, then you have various code comments, you have to resolve those and so on. But yeah, there is fine. And yeah, there was one more thing, I think, not in actions. If you go to commits, okay, if you go to comments, you can see each and every commit coming, right? Each and every commit. This is something not we want. I'll tell you guys when we create a next pull request. I'll tell you more about squashing the commits. Okay, this is a really good practice. Okay, and yeah, this was all in this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.